Hi, my name is David Palomares, and I chose to do the video self reflection on representation for the Unit 3 activity. Um, because I feel like I am much better at talking than I am at writing. I find representation of Latinos, especially Mexican Americans, in the media to be very limited. Most of the images that I have seen of other Latinos, especially Mexican Americans, has been negative in its portrayal of us. I myself never really identified with the perception that the media created for us. The Mexican Americans are often shown to be thieves, violent offenders, super into cars, really masculine, machismo men, usually, who threaten the white woman in everything that she does. They're seen as the villain, usually running in gangs. They show this negative experience of being Latino. And that's not how everybody is. I myself do not really like cars. I kind of get the appeal of them. One of my favorite memes is like, oh, have you ever seen, you think a horse girl is annoying? Have you met a car guy? Um, so I think that's funny. I know enough about cars and I know enough people who are into cars that I thought that was really funny. I don't think that representation is everyone. I myself have always loved to read and watch movies and TV and do more artistic things. I've never really actually seen that represented in film. Usually, it is a white cisgendered male who is represented like that. He often is flamboyant and over the top and doesn't really get other men, and that's not an accurate representation of any of people who like to read, be educated. That's the thing that I find super interesting about this section on representation. It really hurts when you turn on the TV and don't see someone who relates to you. When I was little, I used to watch a lot of Disney Channel and a lot of PBS, and I thought Arthur and I looked a lot alike, very similar. I saw him with his dad, his mom, his grandma was always there. So were his little sisters, and he was brown. I really related to him because he was brown. And he had a very similar family dynamic to the one that I have, with two younger sisters, a mom and a dad, and the grandma always being there. And that was really, really exciting to see somebody who looked like me, who felt like me, who was me. Another person that I related to, which was only because they were brown and they were chubby, was Raven from That's So Raven. She was silly, funny. I had two friends, but was a person of color who was very unabashedly unafraid of being herself. But neither one of them are Mexican American. One was a psychic girl who is black. The other one's an aardvark. There was no representation of myself. I feel like there really isn't a lot of representation of myself in the media. When you look at actors and people on screen and on camera, they're usually thin. They're usually still white. If they're not white, then they are African American. Latinos are still vastly represented as a negative stereotype. Uneducated, dangerous, the villain. And sure, sometimes I wake up and I feel like a villain. Not gonna lie. One of my favorite things to say is I woke up and decided to be a reality TV show villain today. I'm gonna stir the pot. I'm bored. Sure. Is that because I'm Latino? No. Is it because I'm bored and I think it's funny? Sometimes. But that's not the representation that I see. The representation that I've seen of people that look like me is not me. It is negative. And my whole goal with going to school and getting a degree from ASU is to create a production company that does content and creates and helps promote other artists of color, not just Latino, but other minorities from the LGBTQ community, other Black, Indigenous people of color, any minority who has a story to tell. That's the end goal. Tell that story and help make the world of entertainment look like the world of real life.